My name is Jason Atherton, Michelin star chef by day job, and presenting a new TV show called Dubai Dishes.
Jason, let's go back to what is, in one sense, the beginning, 1999, Britney Spears, and you arriving in Dubai.
Yep.
Can you just kind of give a quick kind of story, catch us up to 2024?
Absolutely. Well, you know, in a nutshell, Gordon sent me out there as executive chef. First time a free Michelin star chef had ever set foot on the deserts of Arabia, and it was a big deal. We opened that to massive acclaim. Lived there for a good 5 years. Came home to win my own Michelin stars. Went back many years later, and you know, always had that love affair. Met my wife there, got married there. You know, we've always gone back every year for holidays, and then now we're lucky enough to have our own business there and win 2 Michelin stars and present our own TV show, which is on Emirates. It's, you know, we're just in love with that city. We love it.
Now, tell us all about how this project came about.
Well, you know, we got asked. You know, I've always said as a chef, I've always tried to represent myself properly in the media. So I've never really done a lot of game showy type stuff. That's just not my personality, and I wouldn't be very good at it, like some of the big TV chef names. So I've always tried to do more, you know, things like Chef's Brigade in the past, which I've done, and then I got a chance to present something what would showcase the real roots of Dubai, which I think is a really important story outside of the glitz and glam of what we know Dubai is. And so Rock Oyster asked me to do it, and I jumped at it because I love the city so much. I knew it'd be an easy thing to show my passion, and I took them to places they never knew existed. So that's a real, you know, plus point for the show. So it really shows people going there on vacation that, hey, don't just get stuck in your 5-star hotel. Get in a taxi, go and visit these places, what we're showing you, and you will have a cultural, culinary blast.
And on that cultural and culinary blast, what flavours and tastes can we expect?
Well, you know, you go back hundreds of years to the Persian cuisine, and that exists right there in Dubai. You've got some of the best Persian restaurants on the planet. You have Egyptian food. You know, you have a lot. You know, everyone looks at Arabian flavours as one, but you know, you've got, you know, Bait Mariam, which is one of the best local cuisine chefs we've got in Dubai, and she cooks a mix of, you know, Lebanese, Syrian, and it's all this stuff. What, you know, as a cook, I didn't even know existed. You know, spice I didn't know existed. And when you mix with people like that, and she's a dear friend of mine, she teaches me stuff very mum and pop like of how to use these spices, that I can take that away and put it in my more refined cuisine. And it's just, yeah, it's just fascinating.
And this is obviously series 2. How's that going to be different to series 1?
Well, I'm a bit more comfortable, so you know, I hope you see me enjoy it a little bit more. I have a few more laughs. We've introduced some really interesting chefs. Bringing Ravinger on to sort of host those chefs was really important to give an extra dynamic to the show. And, you know, it's very much really showcasing people that, you know, if you watch this show, you will get a real taste of the proper Dubai, not just the glitz Dubai. And I think that's really important for the city.
And where do you get your inspiration from?
You know, you know, people talk about me in various shapes or forms as a person, but truly I'm a chef, right? And my biggest thing is I'm very creative, so I'm really good at the creative side of cooking. And I try to, you know, let my mind go crazy about what things can happen, and even if we only get 75% of the way there, then we create something quite unusual and different. And you know, creating restaurants is not the same, so I take inspiration from movies, from, you know, a perfect example when we did our restaurant in St. Moritz, and it's more of a nightlife venue, so it's in a beautiful hotel, Badrutz, but I took that scene in Goodfellas where he goes through the kitchen and they make a table for him. It's a classic gangster scene, right? And that was the muse, and I kept playing it back to the team because basically it was a nightclub what didn't work, right? So they want me to make it work again, and they said, like, we want you to put food and this and that. So we took it, we stripped the nightclub back, we created like a speakeasy club which played live music, then DJs later, and then we recreated that scene with the tables and all of that stuff, and that was our so we take inspiration from like movies, from, you know, different types of cuisine. It can be traveling, it can be a region, it can be many things, but that's, you know, that's where my mind goes a bit mad sometimes.
I love it. And what's next for you and Dubai?
Next for me in Dubai is we're looking at doing a beach club. down on the beach, but not your usual beach club of thumping music and DJs. More something for adults to be able to go and relax and sunbathe, have the kids taken care of, beautiful cuisine cooked over charcoal and wood fire, and then just have a gorgeous sort of Mediterranean stroke, very light. And then what's beautiful about it is the bar is set in this. We've created this sort of like paddling lagoon. So you sort of get from your sunbed, you paddle up to the bar rather than swim. It's up a swimming pool, so we're going to have a lot of fun with that. So that's really cool. And then obviously row on 45, 2 stars. We've got a lot of work to do there still. There's a bigger dream than that. I'm not going to say it on camera. And we're going to work really hard as a team to see how far we can take it.
Well, listen, thank you so much for giving us time today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.